What's up, everybody? Hey, it is Saturday out here in the garage, about to head out on a run. Just got back home from vacation. Today's my birthday. 46 years old today. Wish I could say I didn't feel it, but the truth is I do. Anyway, who cares? On the docket today, I'm gonna go out. It is. Says it's 82, feels like 90, like somewhere between 75 and 80% humidity. But we're gonna try to get 4 miles in this morning. Gonna come back, see how I feel. If we're feeling halfway decent at that point, might try to get a little wad in as well. Still feeling a little tenderness in my left calf. That started up, I don't know. I think like the week before I did the mile time trial, and it's kind of stayed with me and nagged. I took 4 days off week before last, and then last week on the cruise, I pretty much just ran on the treadmill the whole time. I kind of figured it, a little bit less banging. Not running on the pavement. Just I got out and ran one day in San Juan. It's not bad. I can feel it. There's something going on there, whether it's a muscle strain or something. It doesn't quite feel like shin splints. But again, like I haven't really figured it out yet. So I'm going to go for a short, easy 4 miles today. I'm going to ice it and take some Advil, see if we can just knock it out with that. That would be great if that happens. And I'm just going to try to run through it until it becomes too much. Anyway, so we're going to head out 4 miles today. I'll be back in a few minutes and then hopefully get into a WOD. There's been one I've been wanting to do that was on the Box Programming's Instagram site. It's some 200 meters with some cleans thrown in. So we'll see if we can get to that. First 4 miles. Let's go. Made it back, and it's 4.6 miles. Kind of a nice easy number to celebrate 46th birthday. So temperature spiked a little bit, 85, feels like 90 with the humidity. And gonna be honest, after the trip home and not wanting to get too knackered for the rest of the day, I'm gonna call it right there and not worry about the workout. Maybe get that in tomorrow. We'll give that a shot. But the leg didn't feel all that bad, especially once I got moving. We'll ice it. Like I said, take some Advil and I'll keep my eye on it, see how that goes. All right, back out in the garage. Gonna get to the WOD that we didn't do yesterday. I really thought I was gonna be able to run through whatever's happening with my left calf, but I'm not so sure that that's the case. It really it was sore last night, and then it's still sore again this morning. It's not terrible by any means. It's not like it really hurts to walk on, but it's just one of those things like it's not any better, and I'm definitely irritating it more um, by running on it. So I might just give it a little extra rest and just do some more strength stuff here in the next few days and weeks, and try to get that back to full health before jumping in, because I've got some other big things on the horizon. I definitely don't want to jeopardize that by pushing this more and just being stupid. I don't know. Not sure about that yet, but we'll see how that goes. Today, what this is supposed to be is 200-meter run and then 5 cleans, 200-meter run, 4 cleans. We're going to go from 5 all the way down to 1. And just basically in between each one of those sets, we're going to stick a 200-meter run. Since I'm trying to not do I'm going to pull down the rower, and we're going to do 250 meters on the row and then the cleans. So I'm going to warm up the cleans a little bit, take this weight off the bar, start with maybe 95, I'll work my way up. We'll see where our working sets are going to be. It's probably going to end up being about 155, unless it just feels really good. But 155 sounds good, and we'll get started here in just a second. It's going to take me longer to get set up than it is for you to actually work it. All right. Countdown. take your time. Set up good. Explosive. Elbows on the floor. What's your thoughts? All right, so I think that went pretty well. Like I said, that vlog was originally posted on the Box Programming on Instagram. I'll put a link to their stuff down below. They put out some really good workouts. So we subbed the 200-meter run for 250 meters of rowing. The squats, the cleans were originally programmed at 225 for men and 185 for women, which is crazy heavy for me. My max clean ever, squat clean, is 205. But in the details of the workout, they did say, you know, if it's too heavy, shoot for something that's 75 to 80% of your 1 RM. You know, 155, although that might be just a tad light, is almost there. So make sure you saw the transitions when you move over from the rower or coming back from the run. Just that first one that I failed, I just didn't set up good at all. I just grabbed the bar, was way out of position. My ass was sticking way out. So just make sure you get a good setup. Feet up underneath the bar, shoulder width apart. You got a good grip on the bar. And when you come up, you heard me keep saying it to myself, just quick elbows. Get your elbows up underneath the bar as quick as you can, and stand up. So good workout overall. 11:30. I'm kind of happy with that. It's been a while since I've done anything like this on the regular, so we'll see how this goes for the next couple of weeks. If this pain persists in my left calf, but either way, we'll work through it. And you know, you're always going to have to take little breaks, especially, you know, running. You definitely want to work on strength if you're running all the time too. And just run all the time. You're gonna gather up a lot of imbalances in your strength profile, and I mean, kind of in your health overall, right? I mean, everybody wants to have a good, you know, resting heart rate and a good cardiovascular health. All those things come from running, but you also want to have a good strength profile as well. You want to have decent muscle mass, grip strength. All those things are correlates to longevity, and if we ignore things like this, then you're going to have imbalances that you're not going to really be able to overcome the older you get, right? And birthday was yesterday, 46, and I'm inching towards that. But I mean, the idea being, the younger you are, the really more you want to focus on these type of things, because the older you get, the harder it is to gain muscle and to gain strength the way that you were able to when you were young, right? The older you get, the harder it becomes and the longer it takes. So the more that you can pack that on in your younger days, even at my age at 46, the easier it's going to be for you in the long run. You know, you can still pretty much get that cardiovascular health back to where it needs to be pretty quickly, even at an older age. But the strength gains definitely start to become harder and harder. Anyway, so we'll do some cross training here for a couple days. Maybe take a little test run next weekend to see how the calf is feeling. And do my best not to worry about how far I'm falling behind on my running goals on Strava, this, that, and the other, and just focus on getting better and knowing that, once we get better, we're going to have to, hit it pretty hard and work hard on the back end of this year. So, no worries. That's it for today. Hope you guys are doing good. Make sure you get some movement in today, and I'll see you in the next video.